is clearly an important part of any long-term management of this virus. So vaccine development is underway. This is a global health emergency. It's probably the greatest global health emergency we've had in a century. And I think what you're seeing is the greatest scientific response to that we have probably known. So the virus was identified very early on in the epidemic in China. It was sequenced, its genetic code was made available very quickly, and that's allowed academics and companies around the world to very quickly start to develop vaccines. And you will be aware of the various groups that have been starting to make progress and very early trials in patients. And I'm really pleased to say that some of that groundbreaking work is being undertaken in the UK, the University of Oxford, you will have heard about. And of course, one of the great strengths of the UK is its life sciences, academic base and industry. So we will be at the forefront of that vaccine development. Vaccines take months to develop. We need to make sure that they are safe and effective. And then, of course, they need to be manufactured and deployed. So vaccines are not the only component of an exit strategy. So I wouldn't discount drug treatment. Drugs and medications we are learning about all the time. They are also important components of the management of infectious diseases, such as this virus. And again, there are clinical trials going on around the world, including here in the UK, where thousands of patients are already being entered into clinical trials, so that we can very quickly determine what drugs are likely to work. And it may be likely that drug treatment might come before a vaccine treatment, and that's why it's important to learn as much as we can through clinical trials of drug treatments. Then there are other components of managing this virus, some of which are, a main part of which, of course, is the social distancing approach that we have at the moment. All of those, SAGE and others will need to give advice to government as the science emerges, as to how they interact and what the best course ahead is. But I don't think we can emphasize enough that we're still in round one here. We're still fighting the virus very early on. And what's absolutely critical at the moment is that we follow the instructions that have been given, we maintain social distancing, because any strategy will require us to get on top of this virus. And it's only by everybody following the instructions, by staying at home over Easter and in the days to come, that we will have confidence that we have got an underpinning to go forward in terms of any strategy.
Thank you, Stephen. Nigel, so I'm delighted to be here today with Martin, and Martin and I have been speaking to each other, I think it's fair to say, every single day for the last 4 weeks. You've asked where I've been.